It's week 3 of the National Football League, and everyone's eyes goes to Jahmyr Gibbs, your standard at running back this season, pacing the league in rushing. It's the Lions and the Chiefs, all that and more, coming up next.
Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson up here in the booth. And Greg, this is one of those games that it's a little old school. Maybe if it was in black and white, it would be fitting, right? We got a couple of teams who have to hand it off and see their running backs do it on the ground.
It's just so cool, and you mentioned it, Mike. Maybe 10, 15 years ago, this would have been the norm on any given weekend, but we're seeing the game trend to more of a passing-style offense. If you want to score points, it mostly comes through the air. So for these two kind of throwback offenses that rely so heavily on their running backs, for anybody that loves old-school power football, I think we're in for a treat.
The punter, Jack Fox, handling the kickoffs. And off we go from Ford Field. Brown now to return it. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. So out comes the Kansas City offense to take over for the first time. And there is the guy at the top of the game, Patrick Mahomes, their quarterback.
The thing that stuck out to me, Mike, was when we met with him this week, immediately, right at the start of the production meeting, was his ability to take ownership of last week's loss. He said, listen, if I don't make those 2 interceptions, we probably win that game. And when you go back and watch the tape, I love how hard he is on himself. He played pretty good ball. If he can eliminate those couple bad throws, a couple bad decisions, when he's good, he is as good as there is in the NFL.
Second down and 3. They put Kelsey in motion. Now the first carry for the Rutgers Scarlet Knight, Isaiah Pacheco. He'll manage to get 2, maybe 3 on that carry. Alex Anzalone in for the tackle. An early test to start this one. 3rd and inches. They'll try and run it here with Pacheco. They gain 18 yards on that one. And the Chiefs have a first down. They put Kelsey in motion. This one is caught by Hollywood Brown. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
Another catch on the drive, this one for 13 yards, and another first down. Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. He'll fight forward for a short pickup to the 16. Second down and 8. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. He gets that to Brown. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play. I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
Great chance to make an early statement here on the road. It is 1st and goal. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. That is caught. What a job to keep the play alive. Rashee Rice. Touchdown, KC. His first touchdown of the new campaign. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Harrison Butker now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Chiefs will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So that Detroit offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
A lot of things jump off the tape when you watch last week, Mike, but it was really just the overall execution of the game plan that stuck out the most. I mean, not only did he get them in the end zone a handful of times, he protected the ball, and he routinely exploited the weaknesses that they found during the week on film. He's going to be looking to do the same thing over these next 4 quarters. If he's successful, they're going to have a shot to leave here with another win.
And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Now they'll set up to throw. Right side, it's Laporta, the tight end. And he'll wind up out of bounds past the 45-yard line. That'll be a gain of 20, much of it coming after the catch as they pick up the first down.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
To the right side, that's St. Brown. Give him 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Now a give to Gibbs, running right. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they get 5 on 3rd and 2.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. They'll look to throw. This one caught by Patrick. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. 3rd and 5. He'll drop to throw. Catch made. That's Boyd. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
He'll look to throw. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
This drive in danger of stalling out on 3rd and 10. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Brown now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, here's Patrick. And this throw batted away and incomplete. Travis Kelce, the intended target. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Mahomes. He's got his tight end. That's Travis Kelce. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. To throw is Mahomes. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Mahomes now to throw again. Over the middle, that's Kelce. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Throwing again, it's Mahomes. He's got his man, he finds Worthy. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Right back to the air for Mahomes. This is caught at the 2. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Here's Pacheco. What a move! He's in! Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, Chiefs. The extra point by Butker is good. And the Chiefs extend their advantage to 14-3. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. Now an opening past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Lions offense ready to take over for their second possession. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. Leo Chenal, the linebacker, there for the tackle. There you get a look at his numbers on the ground a week ago as a part of their victory. They face 2nd down and 7. Back to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Throwing now from the gun. That is brought in at the 10. And he's going to be brought down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. Here's Gibbs. Nice gain on 1st down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? That's on the outstanding tackle, Penei Sewell.
Still 1st down.
Now it is 1st and goal. Here's a handoff to Gibbs. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this 1st quarter. Now a stoppage, we have an injured Lion. The last drive yielded 3. They'd like more. Let's see what happens on 3rd and goal. And that will be incomplete. They could not hook up on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. Out comes Jake Bates to try a field goal here. This a 31-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Lions cut the lead to 4. It's 10-6.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Now Mahomes. That's dropped off for Pacheco. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike. You never go broke taking a profit. And give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
On first down, it's Mahomes. That's to the sideline and intercepted. That's the safety, Jimmy Ward.
Well, with this guy might lose a little bit, Mike, as he gets long in the tooth. He certainly makes up for it in experience. You're not going to be able to do a lot of things to trick him on the back end. He reads this play right from the jump, makes a great break on the ball, and if that ball hits his hands more times than not, it's going to be a takeaway.
The Lions offense headed back to take over once more. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with first and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
You could tell the entire time that running back is just looking for his crease to get vertical and cut back. But the defense does a great job. Inside-out pursuit, strings this ball out towards the sideline. Nowhere to go, and they make a big stop for no gain.
On second and 10, they'll try to throw. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
On first and 10, they'll set up to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5. Now they'll set up to throw. That's going to be intercepted. It is picked off by the rookie safety. And he won't be able to take it all the way in, but that is a great return, and they are set up first and goal.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception, but boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder.
And he's in. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, Kansas City. Butker's extra point is good. And the Chiefs extend it to a 21-6 advantage. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. They're going to run out of the gun with Gibbs. He'll move this one ahead to the 31-yard line with Justin Reed up from his safety spot to make the stop. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. He throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. Nice job there defensively to keep him in front of the marker. It's going to bring up 4th down.
We see teams more and more throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, really for 2 reasons. 1, they're confident that they can pick up the first down with yards after the catch. 2, teams' willingness to go for it on 4th down is at an all-time high.
That's caught! And he will score! Jahmyr Gibbs, touchdown Lions! Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Lions are back within 1 score. It is an 8-point game. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. First and 10. They put Kelsey in motion. First down throw, Mahomes. That's complete, left side to Worthy. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
First down, Kansas City.
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on first down. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Play action here. Mahomes. He'll swing one out wide to Pacheco. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
It's a gain of 10. And a first down, Chiefs.
They put Kelsey in motion. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. That's complete to his tight end. It's Dawson Knox.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. The Lions called their first timeout. Third and a yard. Mahomes. That one caught. It's Knox, the tight end. And he will score. Dawson Knox. Touchdown, KC. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A third touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
And Butker on for the extra point. He gets it to go. And the Chiefs add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense is going to need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They hand it to Gibbs. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. He'll drop to throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
It's a pickup of 12. 1st down, Detroit.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is. This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. They'll look to throw. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
And the rookie gives himself up there at the end. That's a sign of a guy who's learned it quick, picking up the 1st down. That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. Gets to the edge at the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. That's his 2nd touchdown of this one, and he's got a half dozen for the year. big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about. And they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him, and that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. So here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. First down and 10. They put Kelsey in motion. To the tight end, and he fits it in on the corner route. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it first and 10. Here's Mahomes. He connects with Gray on that one. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. One of the tight ends motions right. On second down, Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Mahomes now to throw again. That is caught. He gets the hook up with Rice. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a first down.
First down, Kansas City.
Throwing again, it's Mahomes. Short pass taken in by Kelsey. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Right back to the air for Mahomes. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
Mahomes on first down. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. He pulls it in around the 5. And he is out of bounds. It's going to be first down, though. First and goal at the 2. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. This one caught at the 4. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
They'll run with Pacheco. Good blocking, and he's in. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, Chiefs. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. The extra point by Butker is good. And the Chiefs are able to extend the lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Lions offense, Jahmyr Gibbs, set to get back on the field. And before this drive starts, let's take a look at the current race to see who's going to take home the award of NFL Most Valuable Player. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Gibbs. He was looking for that cutback lane, but it never developed. Tracked down behind the line. Here's a 2nd and 12.
At the 24-yard line.
Now they'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He'll get this one complete to St. Brown. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a 1st down. He'll look to throw. There's that man again, another catch. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
Back to the air one more time. That's caught by Gibbs. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. A run here with Gibbs. And I don't think he got there with that one. Only needed a yard. Wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. And now we're looking at 3rd down. Back to throw. He's got his tight end. That's Laporta. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down. From out of the gun, he'll throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. That's a short one caught by Laporta. Half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. So we reach halftime, and the visitors, the Chiefs, out on top as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, where it was our visitors who were able to walk away with the road victory. Jaden Daniels leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. 3 touchdown passes in that one for Justin Herbert. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City, see what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting San Francisco 49ers. Caleb Williams, sharp in the victory, as his guys bounce back from a tough start to the year to claim victory number 1. We got a strong first half out of the running back Isaiah Pacheco. He chipped in a couple of touchdown runs as he was running with determination right from the word go. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come. Both these teams running through their final adjustments. It's time for the second half. And for the call, let's get it back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Lions offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Gibbs. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. 2nd down and 3. Once again, it's Gibbs. And he's going to get it. 1st down, taking this one up past the 40-yard line.
2nd down at these distances, Mike. Anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Here's first and... They move Laporta, sending him in motion. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. The tight end, Sam Laporta, the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's going to wind up a yard or 2 short.
I think there's one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
And the rush is going to get there. He'll go down. They were taking a big risk, going for it in their own territory. It will not pay off. It's a turnover on downs. They put Kelsey in motion. To the left side in the hands of Rice. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Mahomes quickly out to Rice. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. First and 10 for Mahomes. That's brought in by the tight end, Knox. 17 yards on the gain, and now they've got 1st and goal. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. And he'll take it on in. Hollywood Brown. Touchdown, Kansas City. Butker's extra point is good. And the Chiefs will extend this 3rd quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. A return now from the 4. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The home team's offense ready to get back at it. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. They'll run with Gibbs. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line, maybe a yard. Leo Chenal, the linebacker, there for the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 9. This one caught by Patrick. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. On the ground, this is Gibbs. And he is going to have a Lions first down. At least it appears that way. He got it maybe by the length of the football. Right side, it's Laporta, the tight end. Give him 14 on that one. Good for a Lions first down.
14 yards. That's another Lions.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And he's in! Tim Patrick. Touchdown, Lions.
We were talking during the break, Mike. We felt that this was kind of a do-or-die drive. They felt like they needed to come away with the touchdown here, and now they're showing a little life.
Yeah, a little bit of belief, don't you think? Everyone on that field knows they've been a part of a comeback before. It's a pretty big mountain, but a good way to get started here to begin this half. Now, a two-point conversion attempt coming. Throwing now from the gun. And that is incomplete. Two-point conversion attempt winds up being unsuccessful. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Brown now to return it. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Chiefs' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. And as we look back at some of the highlights of this one, Greg, definitely a lot to show from the passing game.
Yeah, and as good as the offense feels about their passing game, I think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you've got a lot of learning to do because you just get burned time and time again. You'd think at some point you'd make an adjustment and make a correction. So at this point, they've given up 4 touchdown passes. You're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL giving up that production in one phase of the game.
And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. To 3rd and 3. Here's Mahomes. That's over the middle and intercepted. It's the linebacker, Jack Campbell.
I would love to see his weapons do a better job, Mike, especially in the middle of the field, getting open in these zones. I just feel like there's been tight coverage, a lot of little windows to throw through, and yes, anytime you turn the ball over, it's on the quarterback, but the rest of this supporting unit needs to do a better job helping him.
Now Gibbs. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
And he just continues to chew off more and more yardage with every single carry. And you can see here with the numbers, Mike, for as strong as he was in the first half, it almost looks like he's gotten even stronger now here in the second.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Quick throw, taken in. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. Here's Gibbs.